before we wrap up, let's just briefly talk about, again, why discrete trials are scripted and written with technological wording, okay? So discrete trials are defined and scripted to make sure every trial is run the same way. By running each trial the same way, it allows a behavioral analyst to identify why a trial procedure might not be working and change it. If every trial was run differently, then how would you know what isn't working when you probably don't even know what is working? For example, if teacher A is using a full gestural prompt while teacher B is using a partial gestural prompt, then it could be difficult to tell which method is working best, and the child might also find the teaching sessions pretty confusing. A philosophy often cited within ABA is that if the child isn't learning, then it's the method of teaching that needs to be changed, right? And we talked about that in our reason of why we need to make sure that we're continually monitoring and assessing our data. By using clearly defined discrete trials, it's easier to identify what might not be working. Thus, it allows ABA programming to be altered and individualized in an effort to better educate the child. All right, so prior to wrapping up this session, what I'd like to do is make sure that we have some of those safmed cards down so that you have all of this terminology and everything technologically defined for you to better your teaching practice, okay? So I'm going to erase this top part, and we'll define our parts here on the left. So make sure you have your safmed cards out. So the first safmed that I want you to write is going to include all 6 of these points: antecedent, prompt, response, consequence, positive consequence, or consequence, negative consequence, and then intertrial interval, okay? I want all 5 of these to be on the back of a card that has the term aspects of a trial. Or parts to a trial. So all of these should be parts to a